Hey, we're a Bridge of Silence,
and you're watching Metal Ignition.
I reckon it's the evolution of our songwriting, first of all. So part of that evolution is Reese being the singer, where Dead or Alive we had Corey. Reese added that new dynamic with the vocals, with the emotive screaming and the clean singing with Blair. And then Kerrod and I kind of learnt a lot from Freddie and Henky Nordstrom and Henky Hood in regards to songwriting from the first time.
Man, Reese brings a whole new depth to the band.
Thanks, guys.
He wasn't on the first one. I'm sick of pissing in his pocket, man, to tell you the truth. But, he's pretty good. And, like, you know, we learned from all of our mistakes with the first record and brought our strengths into the second one and just brought new ideas to it, and it worked again. So we're really happy.
The dynamic of the album was kind of cool, and the reason I think the album is doing good too is because live we thought about it when we wrote it, and so we knew that these songs would be better live as well. So, and it's working. So it's awesome. Kerrod.
Yeah.
You want to explain Kerrod?
Kerrod's a little engineering genius. He does a lot behind closed doors,
Frederick has the song idea, the song structure, that how to put a song together, but Henky has a more modern approach to mixing and mastering. He just has new tricks up his sleeve, whereas Frederick brings the old kind of sound, the Gothenburg sound.
Henky and Freddie are like the Mac Daddies of recording metal, basically. They're really good at it. So.
Yeah, but the reason why it's so tight is because Frederick sits there, and I'll impersonate Frederick. So here you go, you Swedish lord. No, do it again.
Do it again.
That was
No,
shit.
shit.
Do it again.com.
Your blonde hair, Blair, is so girly. I want to have sex with you. No.
That was gay. I like it.
Yeah. Until we got it right. So all of that stuff you hear is like fully played. It's not.
He's a perfectionist. He's a slave driver,
and it's good. And
it's
I
all
say,
real. Like he makes sure that like he gets a real sound out of it. Like it's not overproduced or anything like that. I don't think.
Yeah, and I say why Kerrod, because Kerrod is really tight at recording. Practice. He's tight, and he gets a lot of the guitar parts down where I get the guitar, and Frederick's like, just let Kerrod do it. I'm like, yeah, no worries.
You do a lot of it.
What do you think, Tricky?
Vultures.
Vultures.
Well, I asked Tricky because he's the new member of the band, and coming from an outside factor.
From the new album? From the new album, I'm gonna say Vultures. It's very like it's a participation-driven song. Like everyone gets involved.
Crowd
And
participatory.
it's just a well-rounded song. It's got everything you want. It's got the nice parts to it. It's got the brutal parts to it. It's
When we were in America, that was definitely the song that was best received. Because of the crowd participation, they were able to scream it back to us, you know. And every single time we played a show, and after the show, they would come up to the merch counter to talk to us and stuff like that. And they said, "What album's that song off?" You know. So
they call it "Is There Anybody Out There?" The song, but it's Vultures. That's Vultures, man.
the best thing for that would be the same way that any sort of, not like any specific subgenre, but just metal in general is going, where everybody's trying to outdo the person before them. So it's just one of those things where it's constantly changing. It's, yeah, you don't want to just be sitting in the one groove for an entire song. You want people to listen to it and go, how do you remember that? Like, how can you get on stage and play that song back exactly the same way? Like, that would be the way I would perceive that. You know, you got dudes like the guy who comes to mind is Matt Hartland from Periphery, who never repeats a beat, and it blows my mind. And from a writing perspective, that's what I would be doing, as well as making people go, how are you able to keep in mind that type of progression.
Yeah, this album we stepped up. We tried to step up everything. So the guitar playing was more technical. The singing was more technical. Like, you guys had to try harder. And then the drums, on the other hand, was also technical. And at the time, Sticks in the band wrote those drums then and was awesome. And then Tricky's come in and had to learn all them. And then you just got his take on what he thought.
Added a new dynamic to it as well.
His whole thought was, holy shit.
I wasn't happy about it at all. It's 3 minutes album, we're going to America, learn this, thanks.
But, you know, you don't improve without challenges.
You love it,
So,
mate.
you know, we challenge ourselves all the time. So, you know, and hopefully people are picking that up, you know.
I like to keep things different. I like to keep a variation going through the vocals, try not just do the one style of scream or one style of singing throughout the whole song, try to mix it up, keep things interesting. Yeah. So it's basically that. I get bored listening to a song if it's just flat notes the whole time. So yeah.
And obviously, like you said before, the biggest difference is this is the first album Reese has been on. So you know, he brings everything that he has to the table. So it was like a whole new sound to experiment with.
Yeah, we've got a lot of different influences in our band. We all listen to different types of music, and we all try and put in a little bit. So it's not like our music doesn't come from one or two bands like a lot of bands do, I believe. It comes from so many different influences coming into that. So it turns out to be something quite unique.
Yeah, we had to really... the writing process was really intricate because Reese came in and Blair had done cleans in the last album. To get the balance right was really hard, and it was hard because you have 5 egos in a band who think this should be like this and this should be like this. But I think after we've really nailed it, and like the next album, or even when we do that, should hopefully be better as well. So the vocals were awesome. Like, we did the whole ballad with Blair, you know, we were Immortal, we were nervous about it because we're a metalcore band, but we did a ballad. But it's been received really well.
It was new ground for us, and we didn't know how it was going to be received. But
delving into uncharted territory, it worked out well.
Everyone seemed to like it.
So it's good,
Before our first show in San Antonio, it was really cool when we rocked up. We were just hanging out by the van, and this guy jumps over the fence and he goes, "A breach of silence?" And we're like, "Yeah," and he goes, "I fucking love you guys."
Rock on, man!
That was the first show of a 30-day tour, so from then on we were just stoked as. And we had a really good reception over there. Like, we were making a lot of fans every night, I believe. It was really cool.
It was just so cool, man. We're on the other side of the planet. First show. We hadn't even played yet, and then these 2 people just jumped over the fence and were like, "A breach of silence!" And we're like, "Yeah."
And
what did we do wrong?
And every single show we played, there was at least a bunch of people that knew the words and were singing along with me, which was really cool.
Yeah, the momentum was building, and you could see the people that didn't know us. It was working because we were selling a lot of merch, and people we get the crowd involved a lot now live. So, you know, we get them to sing lyrics before we play, and then they sing along, and we jump around. So the live shows kind of helped that, and then basically from that US tour, the fan base, it went exponentially, and credit to them, not us. You know, I mean, we were pretty unknown, and to get the opportunity to go do that, and now we have a really good following. We want to get back, and I think it'll do really good. Like, you can feel the momentum build behind you. So
come watch us play the show.
Yeah. I've got an artist, and he's based in Romania, so shout out to Gabriel. You're awesome, bro. The guy we just met through the websites we were talking about earlier, you know, your 99 Designs and your freelancers and all of that, and basically I'd got a few designs done for a bunch of this, and this guy just kept pulling out all this awesome artwork, and I was like, man, I want you to do artwork, because it also helps branding the band. When you see that type of artwork, you associate that with us all the time. So that's why we want to keep that. You know, it's like the whole Iron Maiden thing with all their album covers. We just wanted to get the brand.
We knew that guy.
What have you done for me lately, Eddie?
We knew that guy was legit as well, because during that time where we were still sort of getting to know him, he would point out artists that were like bringing us stuff that were just bringing, like, drawing images from Google. He's like, that other image that I see, you know, they've just pulled that straight from Google. You know, we'd check it out and it's true. Like, they've just plagiarized it. We knew he was legit because he would bring all of his own original work to the table, and he's just amazing.
So basically, we threw a few ideas at him about the concept of the album, and he came back with that Mad as Vulture.
Yeah, so we had a few ideas for the cover, and then we came up with the idea of the vulture, because one, we have the song Vultures, which is, you know, basically, you know, it has a bunch of meanings, but the vulture basically kind of symbolises the story of the album, which is kind of like life. You can take it and you can leave it, and it's a journey. So, you know,
but with vultures at your back, just keep pushing forward.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Yeah,
because they'll always be there.
Yeah. So that's the whole symbolism of it, and yeah, it came out awesome artwork.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
stoked. Yeah, it's badass.